Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Last Alliance video for you today. It hasn't felt like a long time since we've done the last Alliance video, which was Ered Luin. And yeah, there's been another update, another new faction. They're getting through them really quickly now, and it seems like there's a good selection. There's like 9 or 10 different factions you can now play, and Breeland here is the new one, the Republic of Breeland. Obviously, if you know your Lord of the Rings and Middle-earth sort of history, you know where Bree is. It's obviously where Frodo, Sam, Pippin, and Merry all go in the Fellowship to on their way to Rivendell. They're off there to meet Gandalf, and obviously Gandalf does not turn up. Spoilers there. But yes, so Breeland is sort of like a man faction, and not very militaristic, but they have like a decent sort of like militia, and they have a few elite units, and that's shown kind of in this mod as well. Yeah, the Last Alliance mod though, I will leave a link for it in the description of this video, is a mod for Shogun 2. It's a brilliant mod set in the Second Age. And yes, so we're going to see it brilliant here, and we'll quickly go through all the units. Like on the battlefield, we'll look at the Ross as well, because I think there's a couple that maybe I've missed out in this battle. And we'll also show the campaign start for Bree. So you've got a lot to look forward to in this video. Hope you guys are going to enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, is very much appreciated. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 7k subs. But yes, first unit we're looking at here is the Breeland City Guards, which are going to be the main line infantry. These guys, like I said, not very militaristic. They've got like basic chainmail, some like padded jerkins, and like just a sword and a shield. They're ready to go. They got the prance and pony on their shield. They're ready to like get into the fight and fight for Bree. But yeah, I really do like the emblem as well. It looks really like it's really just like the generic sort of Bree like emblem. It's like what you see in most mods. But I think it's really simple, looks really nice, and look on the banner. Oh, looks top notch. In front of them we have the Breeland Burger crossbowmen, which are like the most elite range units you can bring, and yeah, they should be solid. I think in the Dauntless Days Bree has a crossbow unit. So I think this is really good to see that they also have one in Last Alliance as well. So Bree, you know, I guess is kind of famed for its crossbows in some weird way. I'm not sure, but yeah, they are. So yeah, these guys also look like they should be pretty good as a hybrid unit. They have, if we can just see, they have like a sword there. They also have a shield on the back, as you can see. So they look like a bit of a Pavis crossbow as well. But yeah, so sword and shield be able to come out. They should be a pretty solid hybrid unit. Next to them, we do in fact have the Breeland Company of Archers here, so like a decent bow unit. Again, looking pretty poorly like armored. They've just got like just a tunic and then some chainmail on, very similar to the City Watch behind them. But yeah, they should be pretty good. I feel like Bree should have like pretty good archers, but I don't know. I feel like they are known for having good archers. But talking about good archers, we have the Butterbur here, who is I believe he's called Darren Butterbur, but I have literally no idea about him. I literally know no knowledge about this guy. But he has the Butterbur Guard that he commands, and this is a unique general unit you can get. Looking pretty solid. This is by far and away the most elite unit. This is Butterbur here himself with his fancy old helmet. I should quickly show you that. He's got Bree there just on the top of his helmet. Look, little designs like that, a little bit of uniqueness really does go a long way, and on his chest plate as well. It's there, but yeah, looking great. So this is a hybrid unit, both a bow and a sword unit. So that is really, really cool. What else do we have along here? We do have the Breeland Gentry, which I just love the name of that. It makes them sound really posh. These are the most elite sword units you can get. These guys, as you can see, also look very well armored. Got like some proper armor going on. Got the sword, the shield with the prance and pony on it again. They got a bit of a cape going on. Yeah, these guys pretty solid. Cost less than 1,000, so still not as like expensive and as good as some of the other more elite units in like Middle Earth at this time with different factions. But yeah, they are a pretty solid faction. I mean, what I'm getting from like Bree is like they got cheap units, but you can bring a lot of them. It's kind of like, I mean, we are facing Mordor here today. I feel like it's like the Mordor of the good factions in a weird way. Like you can just spam out the troops. And bring a lot of them. But yeah, anyway, we go from best to worst in the melee category. We have the Breeland Field Watchers here. These guys are literally just like militia. They cost like nothing. They just get given a basic axe and a shield and got told to go into the fight. So they are there. Then we have behind them, we have Breeland West Axemen, which are like a lumberjack unit in my opinion. Looking kind of cool, hiding here in the forest, ready with their axes ready to go, double-handed axes. Then the other unit that I know that we've missed out is these guys, the Breeland Town Watchers, which is the only spear unit available to Bree. Look pretty standard. Again, have that just basic sort of tunic and chainmail going, and that's kind of it. But now we go on to Bree's strengths. And you think, Bree has strengths? They do, actually. I personally think their strength is their cavalry. They have 2 units of cavalry available to them. This is the more expensive one. This is the Breeland Riders of the Great Road. They cost about 750. So again, not like incredibly expensive like the Noldorian Lancers, but I think that could be in their favor. Or like the Haradrim Cataphracts. Like most of the time, most factions that have got cavalry are evil factions, like Wargs or the Cataphracts of Harad. So this is really good to see that Bree has like got cavalry, and this could be really useful in multiplayer battles. These hammer and anvils that you could do perhaps with this cavalry is going to be amazing, I feel. So yeah, on this side we have Breeland Riders of the Great Road, and then on the other side, oh, and it looks like they're about to get into combat actually. Yeah, we'll go to normal speed. Looks like they're about to get into combat here. As against some Uruk Warg Riders, we have Breeland Militia, which is just a pretty, again, another pretty basic cavalry. Just like some guys with given a spear and a shield and told to get on, fight on a horse. But yeah, I feel like these guys could be really good. You could, in theory, just bring a really big cavalry spam army, I feel. Did that guy just throw his spear? I mean, you might need to like go back, like rewind in the video, but I feel like that man just threw his spear. I don't know if they can do that. I didn't realize they could do the Breeland Militia, but they're going in over here as well. They're fighting off against, charging into some Orc band. I will admit, the quality of the Mordor army is a lot less than it usually is in most battles, but that's personally because I think the quality of their opponent is a lot worse. Bree is certainly not going to be able to withstand like an army of elite Mordor troops, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like their infantry is just not good enough. So we'll see how they do today. I mean, their cav should be pretty solid, but we will see. But yeah, things like field, especially when I'm trying to bring, like, if I was bringing an all-elite Bree army, then maybe. But I'm trying to bring like a well-rounded army with a lot of crap and a lot of good. So as you can see here, the field watchers in fighting, they're losing decisively. No surprise there. What do we have over here? We have Breeland Gentry. They're going into the fight. I feel like they're just going in, and they're going in with like a posh accent because they are gentry. They're like, what? How dare you attack me, dirty orc? Something like that. That's what I imagine. We've got the Orc Berserkers Lithlad here. They're fighting off against archers that seem to have not been able to retreat in time. Clearly that was my bad micro. We've got some Numenorean Axemen here. So there are some pretty solid units for Mordor on the front lines here. Where is Butterbur? Where is he? Oh, he's not quite in the fight yet. He's just waiting behind. He's just, you know, giving that morale support. Got cavalry out here with the axes. Supporting. Looks like they're doing some decent damage here. Actually killing off a bunch of, looks like Berserkers or something like that. Yeah, Uruk Berserkers of Lithlad. Looks like they're going to rout them. We've got more cav here holding the line. I don't think these guys are going to do that great. They need some support, really. We actually have West Axemen that are dealing with another problem. But yeah, the cavalry here having a rough old time getting stabbed up by Snargers. No, Orc Spears, sorry, in fact.
Oh, shameful day. Our army is running from the field. We must
there you
rally our
go.
men
Units are
before all is
breaking
lost.
already. This is what happens with Bree. They're not that great. Hopefully they'll do okay. Their crossbows are all in the fight, though. They've like all been fighting here, which I guess is... Well, we'll see how good their like capabilities are with sword and shield. A little bit early. I feel like you wouldn't be sitting in your crossbows until they ran out of ammo, and by that point, they might be actually kind of useful because units will be a lot weaker and tired. The morale will be low, possibly, if they've lost a general. So those crossbows could be pretty handy. Crossbows here dueling with archers somewhere else. Look like they're taking a pretty... oh, jeez, yeah. I mean, look at the volleys coming in against these guys. They're taking a hounding. Really, they should be in loose formation. But yeah, I mean, they're fighting off against Uruk archers, which I guess they're using like 3 or 4 Uruk archers on one crossbow and doing that much damage. So I'm fine with that. Look at this. The scent has broken, though. And we've got things like city guards, and we've got crossbows now charging down the hill. We actually have some gentry over here. They're fighting on with their posh accents still in the front lines, getting into those archers, silencing them, which is good to see. And yeah, we should see some movement soon, you imagine, with that front line coming in. It looks like the left flank over here also looking like it's starting to starting to break. But yeah, let's see what goes on. And my mouse is now playing off for some reason. I do apologize. There we go. Now we got Cavalry coming in. Breeland Militia coming into the back lines. Doing a nice little rear charge here. Helping to rout all these boys. One of the new things I'd like to see, like maybe in a further update, because they're really pumping out the updates at the moment, which is great. But one of the things I'd love to see in the next update is new maps, like unique maps for that are like based in Middle Earth, like some maybe just a unique siege map, or maybe unique land maps would be a good start, I think, and then move on to siege ones. But yeah, I'd like to see that. You can see Hammer and Anvils now sort of coming in, trying to help rout these troops. But yeah, I think that's something that needs to be added in, because though it is nice, and I think the Shogun 2 maps are glorious, I feel like just to be a bit more immersive, we could do some unique maps, and I think that'll be really key as well for campaign. As you can see, we have like a bunch of, just a horde of Breeland troops now coming into the back lines here. The last real fight happening on this hill. As they fight up here, the spears, holding their ground with the gentry. Also have Axemen up here, Numenorian Axemen fighting in here. That's a pretty tough opponent. But yeah, that's what I'd say. But I think the devs doing a great job anyway. It's not a criticism. I think that's just what I'd add next, perhaps. Or maybe... I know they're getting through all the factions. But I think certainly maybe unique maps, if it's possible, would be one of the next things I do. And there you go, mass rout. With these Numenorians being still pretty elite. Still pretty elite. Still pretty healthy is what I meant to say. But there you go. End the battle and have a look at the end results. But yeah, massive props to Sarah. She's doing an amazing job for the mod. It's just looking great. And yeah, just is looking, yeah, it's just amazing. It's really bringing the second age to life. It really is. But yeah. That would be my next progression, would be to add unique maps, I think. Great to see that already. We've got Bree here with some art as well. We've got some Butterbur Guard there, cutting down, looks like a wild man or something like that, which is a unique unit that you can, a unique faction that I'm pretty sure is in campaign, so that'll entice, I'm sure, more people to play campaign. Though from what I know, it seems a lot more Total War players play campaign than they do multiplayer, because when I get asked about Dawn Stays and campaign, it seems to be one of the most common questions. It's just, when is campaign out? But anyway, look at this. The cavalry did incredible in this battle. I mean, 389 kills, 321, 304. We've got City Guards here, 256. West Axemen, 209. Gentry getting 174. Not so many kills, but I think that's because they were on the flanks, saw a bit less action. Field Watchers 127 is incredible for them, I feel. They must have been fighting some lower tier orcs. Archers down here, 183. Yeah, less than 100. No surprise there. I mean, they didn't really like get to do much actual shooting. They were really actually in the fight, which, I mean, 83 kills in melee is not too bad at all. And then we have a Butterbar there with 71 kills. Is pretty solid again. I didn't really throw him into the fight too much. Only lost 19 guys. So he did pretty well actually there. And then we've got like Uruks getting 248 kills. And we'll have a quick look at some of these other kills in a moment. My gosh, what is... There we go. 177, 159, 132. Black Numenorian Axeman getting 177 is pretty solid. Nothing too incredible. So then we'll close out and have a quick look at, like, as I said, we nearly brought 5k men. We, like... I feel like Bree is going to be sort of a Mordor-esque faction. You can just bring a lot of troops. I mean, Mordor brought 6k. We inflicted about 4,000 losses, though. It's not too bad for 2,000. That's very, very good. But we'll quickly have a look at some of the, like the roster. So, Breeland. You can bring either Butterbar, you can bring Gentry Guard. I'd probably bring Butterbar because, well, I mean, the Gentry Guard's not unique. You can bring that all the time. But yeah, so I would bring him, and then I'll quickly show you all the other units. So yeah, we'll bring Butterbar, and then as you can see here, you have loads of other new units that you can bring. You can bring, like, that's only the one spear Time Watchers, and you've got all the swords, the Field Watchers, West Axemen, City Guards, and Gentry, as we said. The only unit I didn't bring was Breeland Hunters, because I just didn't really want to bring low tier archers. Breeland Company Archers here, and then you've got Burger Crossbowmen here, and then you've got all the Cav, which, like I said, I think is going to be really key. in this mod, because I don't think there are many factions with like lots of cav. I mean, you can see here London I think has like some cav. They have like 2 units, which to be fair that's pretty good for a good faction at the moment. Harad obviously, I know they're evil, have a good amount of cav. You can bring so much different cav there. That's like they're the main cav faction, which makes sense. Then you've got Numenor, I believe, can bring just like the one. It's like a scout unit. So yeah, so there's not like much in the way of cav. So I mean, so Bree could like do a really good job there. But yeah, we'll start a new campaign and quickly show you where Bree starts. As you can see, Bree starts up here in the north. If you didn't know where they were in the world, you now learn a little bit of Middle Earth geography. But there you go. They start there with 2 provinces. We will go straight on into the campaign, and we'll have a look at where they start. And I mean, I think they're going to be a really good faction for a newer player, because in that part of the world, in like the western part where you just saw there, they have like the dwarves of Ered, as you can see here, the berserkers fighting in the front ranks here. Then you also have the elves of Linden. They're also like in that area, so they can both protect you. And in Ladris, which is yet to be added, would also be there to protect you. So like, apart from the orcs in the north, there's no real threats, like immediate threats. I imagine you'd be on good terms with all those people. So Bree should do pretty well. And like, as a newer player, if you're like new to the mod or new to Total War, this could be a great faction to play. I mean, I'm sure people won't want to play it. They'll want to play the elves and Numenor and people like that. But I think, in my opinion, it'd be a good starter faction. Also, if you're like a veteran of Total War, I feel like Bree's a good challenge, because you're I think by far and away the smallest faction at the moment. I think most places have Ered has 3. But I think they've got a pretty solid economy and they've got solid units. Bree's not got like a solid economy. And it's not, as we've just seen, it's got some good units, but nothing like elite. I like how it always starts us up here in the north. But we'll go down. Here we are. This is Bree. Bree starts obviously with its capital. I'd probably build something like a level 2 barrack straight off the bat, because I know you can only build like the cheap stuff. You start with Butterbar himself. There you go. Badar and Butterbar. He's 17. You got the Breeland Riders of the Great Road. You got some spears and some archers to start you off. So yeah, I'd probably just build a load of stuff, upgrade it. I don't know, upgrade your roads. I don't know. Put in some fields. And then you over on this one, you have nothing over here. But this is Calanand, the other place you start with. Like I said, you have North Mythland over here. One like some big allies over here that you can support you, and I think even down here, like it's just only like good people, really. I mean, maybe not like a Dunland or somewhere down here, but yeah. Khazad-dûm as well is close by, so yeah, you've got some really solid allies that you could have around you, and you could protect you. So like I said, I think bar like the orcs in the north, which will be like over here somewhere, I believe, you should be fine. Like, you've got no real immediate enemies, so as Bree, you might have to betray one of the good factions eventually if you want to expand, or you could just build tall. Like I said, yeah, I mean, your economy and your food is not great. It's just something that definitely needs sorting out. But apart from that, yeah, it could be an interesting one. It's certainly going to be an interesting challenge. Let's have a look quickly at diplomacy. I think you are on, yeah, you look at this, you're on good terms with everyone there, not on good terms with, I presume that's the orcs of the north, and these are just other, like, maybe orc factions down here, I think these are. Numenor, I'm not sure how you're on, but yeah, you allied straight off the bat with Linden and trading with Linden, so that's great. These are the men of Metraith. You're indifferent with them. Men of Tharbad and men of Weatherhills, all indifferent with. But yeah, so these are the people you actually know apparently off the start. But that kind of does make sense actually. But yeah, so it's a pretty solid campaign start, and I think Breed's a really solid faction. Really great to see them in the mod, and I can't wait to see what is going to be added next. But yeah, if you want to see more Last Alliance action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and a comment to show your support. Feel free to join the Discord as well if you want to send your own replays or just to get involved in some Last Alliance action. And yeah, just massive well done to the modders and doing a great job. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.